Action.
It was the summer after my high school graduation, and I had recently gotten involved with a new girl. Following the crash and burn ending of my previous relationship, a long-winded and torrid affair that lasted through most of my junior and senior years of high school. I hadn't intended to get with anyone else until college, having concocted a master plan to wallow in my misery throughout the summer, listening to bad folk music records I stole from my mother, and talking to any of my friends who would still listen about how Joni Mitchell really got me, and about how it sounded as though she had written the album Blue just for me. However, fate interceded, and I met Sarah that May. She was unlike Amanda in almost every way, and she was perfect. However, although Amanda and I had kissed our high school years goodbye, Sarah was a good bit younger, and she still had years left to spend in the drab eyesore that was our old high school building. Still, she was surprisingly mature for her age, and despite my intentions not to, I became deeply intertwined with her, both emotionally and physically. One day, in late July, at her behest, we decided that the time had come, after all of our dabbling, to finally have sex. She was a virgin, though, and one thing stood in our way between us and the pastoring that was sex. It was Helen, her mother, the metaphorical troll, so to speak. Actually, sorry, I apologize. That was a sublimely shitty metaphor. Anyway, Sarah and I wanted her mother to give her permission to go on the pill and have sex, but Helen, every time that I was brought up to her, Helen would issue disdain, claiming that she didn't know me well enough and that she would like to get to know me better. Luckily, I had just the solution. My pasta maker. A long ago solstice present given to my mother, which had lived a sad life, buried in the bottom of a box for years until I discovered it and learned how to make pasta. With this beautiful contraption, I could impress Helen, enough for her to let Sarah go on the pill, as well as to make enough pasta to feed an army for several days on end. And so began one of the most interesting nights of my life.
My daughter Sarah has been bringing boys home periodically since the middle of 8th grade. Boys with varying degrees of acceptability. I liked the last one. It was cute, timid, totally, completely safe. There wasn't a snowball's chance in hell he was getting past second base with my daughter. This one, on the other hand, was different. He was older, taller, brought a sense of virility with him wherever he went. Not dangerous, exactly, but mature, threatening in a way. And of course, he was leaving for college in a month, so it was obvious that he wasn't in it for the long haul, the sweet, emotional young love that I seem to recall from my whirlwind teenage romance. No, he wanted something from my daughter. And I wasn't about to just sit back and let him get it.
Your hair looks nice, hon.
Thanks.
And that dress looks good on you.
Thanks.
I used to have one that looked just like it. I'm sure he's lovely, dear.
Just don't screw it up for me, okay? The last time I brought someone to dinner here, you and Dad were in the throes of all that crap, and the whole meal was just frosty gazes and awkward pauses. I mean, God knows, Sarah Wyatt basically was just an awkward pause, so he fit in fine. But it was one of the worst experiences I've had in my whole life, and I'll be damned if I have to go through that again!
I liked Sorry.
I know.
How's he doing?
Fine.
Sorry and Sari. It was cute. Anyway, your father's not here, so at least it won't be that awkward.
Yep.
When's that boy getting here?
Any minute. Mom, I really like Ash. Please just try.
Ash. Like the tree, or a pile of soot.
Oh my god. That'll be
Doesn't
him.
even wait to be let in. I hate people like that.
Hello! Nice to see you again, Branch.
It's Ash, mother.
Right, Ash. Now, tell me, how did you get that name, Ash? It's so unusual.
Actually, it's kind of a funny story. My parents were protesting the destruction of forests, so they decided to name me Ash after the ash they imagined was all that was left of the poor burned forests. Actually, however, they later learned that forest fires are actually like natural and healthy. So they wanted to name me after what was left of the destroyed forests. They probably should have called me Sawdust.
And did, they name your younger brother Sawdust to correct their research error?
Well, no, but my sister is named Willow because she was conceived under a weeping willow tree.
What a funny story. Oh.
I'd better get started on the pasta now.
Yes, you'd better.
Great. Okay, that was great. That was so good.
So is she like really conceived under a weeping willow?
Yeah.
That's chill, I guess. Like sex in nature and all that.
It was a different time.
1998?
They're from a different time.
Oh. So how long does making pasta take?
Well, I'm almost done kneading the dough, and then it has to sit for an hour. After that, we roll it through the machine, and then we're in the home stretch, baby.
An hour? A whole hour? Seriously?
Yes.
Can we skip that part?
Skip it.
The longer she waits for dinner, the grumpier she'll get. And if it's a whole hour, she'll eviscerate you.
But the pasta.
But I don't want to be identifying the last remaining scraps of your flesh to the police.
All right. We'll skip the setting period.
I love you. You know that. Let's make the pasta.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong about Ash. Maybe he's really a lovely boy who cares for my Jewel and truly wants her to be happy. Or maybe he's a vampire that wants to suck her blood, or a cannibalistic serial killer that wants to harvest her organs and make an elaborate 5-course meal for himself in the skeleton of his long-dead mother. But honestly, all I can see when I look at him is a normal, socially awkward high school boy who reminds me so much of her father that I just want him to go away before I punch him in the face. Sorry. Lost it a little there. I should explain. Sarah's father, Paul, and I met in high school. He was timid and awkward and lovely and a musician, and I sang, and we kissed and played music under the stars, and then we grew up and got married and had a lovely, wonderful little girl, and slowly everything fell to pieces because what works in high school doesn't work in the real world, and we were naive and stupid and headstrong, and we thought we found forever. And when I look at the two of them making their pasta, I see us, and it scares the living daylights out of me.
Whenever you're ready. 3, 2.
Oh god. Oh god. Sorry.
Get ready. Ready, set. 3, 2, 1. Go.
This pasta looks lovely, Ash.
Why, thank you, Helen.
Looks can be deceiving.
Mother.
Sorry, Ash. I'm sure the pasta is delicious, and even if it's not like my entire opinion of you is based on this one meal or anything. My entire opinion of you is based on this one meal.
It's okay, Sarah. I thrive under pressure.
Glad to hear it, as I'm expecting some after-dinner entertainment, too. There's a cello in the side room, and Sarah tells me that you play.
Yes, ma'am. I do.
Of course, he plays cello. Paul was a cellist, too.
You know, Helen, in my home, we join hands before each meal and offer a silent thought to whatever presence has enabled our gathering. Do you have any pre-dinner traditions?
Yes, Ash, we do. Generally, we rip each other's clothes off and prance around the table singing an a cappella version of The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
You know, Mom, what they do at Ash's house is actually really sweet.
All right.
Give us this day our daily mass.
Bon appetit!
This pasta is
I want to
edible.
fuck your daughter!
What?
Well, the pasta obviously didn't work out, so I figured I might as well come clean. Sarah and I want to do it before I leave for college, and she wants your permission to go on the pill and fuck safely.
So this dinner was your attempt to woo me?
Well, if you want to put it that way.
Then you should work on your wooing, because this is a singularly unimpressive display.
If I'd been able to let the dough sit, this would have worked perfectly, you know? It would have been
If
flawless.
you had made the dough beforehand, we wouldn't have had any problems.
Sweetie, I have been trying so hard to be what everyone says I should be, a understanding, sympathetic, liberal mother. But this is just a step too far. When you told me about the hand job and asked me for advice, I kept my cool and cheered you on. When I saw your dirtied sheets in the laundry, I kept my cool and washed them for you. When I heard your screams of pleasure as he went down on you, I kept my cool. I resisted the oh so strong urge to rush into your bedroom and say, "What the fuck is this shit? You are not old enough for this." I'm sorry. This is too much. No, You're not losing your virginity to this awkward, annoying teenager who can't even cook a pound of pasta without fucking it up.
How are you gonna stop us, huh? We can fuck even without your consent. That's our right. And you know what? Furthermore, I can cook a pound of pasta. I can...
What the fuck, Mom?
Helen. I'm gonna go take a shower.
I'm coming with you.